Hello friends, welcome back to another video. If you don't know who I am, my name is Melissa and you found yourself at Melissa's Cozy Corner where we talk about books, baking, and other cozy content. And today we're going to be focusing on baking because 2 weeks ago we went so deep into a book, The Golden Spoon specifically, that it was a very, very long video. And I hope you watched it, but I'm pretty sure if you've watched it, you don't want to hear any more about this book. You've had enough. But if you haven't watched it, I would recommend it. I liked this book, but I'll go more into that a little bit later. First, I want to talk about why we're talking about it and what we're going to be doing, because that's more important. We're going to be baking the chai cinnamon rolls that were baked at the very beginning of this novel. I read about them and I've been craving them ever since, and I think they just sound so, so good. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and make our regular dough that we would make for cinnamon rolls, but I'm going to add a little bit of chai seasoning, just a little smidge, so that we can add a little bit of spice in there. Instead of doing a cinnamon sugar mixture that we do for the middle of the cinnamon rolls, we're going to do a chai and sugar mixture. And then we're going to do a chai cream cheese frosting for the top. I'm really excited about it. I hope you're excited about it. I think it sounds so dreamy. If you don't believe me, I've gone ahead and added a picture here and we'll talk about them later. But if they look good here, then they have to be good in the belly, right? My thoughts. So we're gonna go ahead and focus a little bit more on baking today, pop in the kitchen, and we're gonna have a very calm baking atmosphere. So I'm not gonna be doing a voiceover for this. It's just gonna be kind of some music in the background, but all the instructions will be down below. I'll also add some instructions down in the description if you wanna follow along, and also everything I added into the recipe. Some of this is made up on my own because I'm just kind of winging it. Using my cinnamon roll recipe, but just replacing a lot of it with chai instead. And yeah, so let's go ahead and jump into the kitchen. If you haven't heard my review on the Golden Spoon, I'll go ahead and do a little tiny thing at the very end of this video. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I think you should go watch the full, I think it's like a 2.5 hour video. It's a long video, but I go through each of the sections, talk about who I think the murderer is, what's going on, who the characters are. I give you a full-blown, just wow, what's happening. But if you're interested in reading this on your own and not watching that video yet, I'll go ahead and do a little review and give you my thoughts so you can decide if this might be a book for you. But no matter, I think you should make the chai rolls anyways, because I'm really excited for them and I think they're gonna be really, really good. So let's hop into the kitchen and I'll see you afterwards.
We got time on our side. We're in a state of home. I need you on my fire. I want you to know that every time you're away, I long for you so much I can find my way. We got everything here, at least to stay alive, and the time that we share makes it all worthwhile. Got this place on our own. Do you feel that we got something strong? And I saw you walking the line, and the truth may come as a surprise that we you I feel alive. You'll be the last one I think about. We got time on our side. We're in a state
promised, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about this book a little bit. I'm actually not done baking the Chia Rolls yet. I have them rising, so they're kind of doing their thing, and I thought, hey, we have a little bit of time, might as well talk about the book. So The Golden Spoon is Jessa Maxwell's debut novel. I think it actually was pretty good for a debut novel. I think it was well written, it was entertaining, it was interesting. I do have to say I might be a little biased because I dived so deep into the book. I was really interested in all the characters. I really wanted to figure out the murder on my own. Long story short of the thing, no, I'm not gonna tell you. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that a surprise. But this ends up being a mystery novel. It's like an Agatha Christie meets The Great British Bake Off, which is just a delight. So if you really like the cozy feeling of The Great British Baking Show and the murder mystery feel of an Agatha Christie book, this one might be a really good one for you. I just thought it was really entertaining. We have not just our murder mystery happening in the story, but we have also the competition of the Bake Off. It's called Bake Week because there's only 5 days of baking instead of like a couple weeks of baking like the Great British Baking Show. But we have our 6 bakers, and we have our 2 judges who judge the baked goods, and somebody ends up dying, and we have to figure out who did it. And that's where I'm going to leave you there, because that's one mystery. And then we have 2 other mysteries that are happening. So this book is, I think, 350-ish pages long, and it actually feels 370-ish pages, and it's actually pretty quick to read. It's a really easy read. It's comfortable, cozy, perfect for a super rainy day. So if you know, you have a weekend off and you want to do a little cozy murder mystery, this is absolutely perfect. And that's as far as I'm going to go into it. I think it's about a 3.5 star. I think that's what I ended up rating it. 3.5, high threes. But that's, I think, like I said, I'm a little biased, I think, but I'm not sure. I just think it's a good book. It's a fun read, and that's all that matters. So if you're looking for a fun read, I do highly recommend this one. And for a Jessa Maxwell debut novel, she did really, really great. I liked it. Now, let's go ahead and get back to our cinnamon rolls. No, sorry, Chia Rolls, and see how they're coming along.
Saw you down the motorway. There was something about you that day. I can still hear the shimmering sound. The hill is near, let's get right up. Walk up to the very top. We couldn't tell the sky from the ground. I know my life will never be the same after that day. And you stay. I don't ever wanna be alone again. In spite of all, you're my best friend. Makes me want you even more. If you want to, I'm up for a kiss. I know it's tough. Don't let anybody tell you you're not enough. There are days when we all feel like we're messed up, but we know that we're all diamonds in the rough. In spite of all, we are all we got. You wrap me around your fingers and you stay. I don't ever wanna be alone again. Despite all, you're my best friend.
So I made 2 batches, not really 2 batches. I made one like smaller bake form with only 4 cinnamon rolls in it. Chia rolls in them. And that is what I put my cream cheese frosting on, my chai cream cheese frosting, because I wanted to be able to throw the rest of them in the freezer and be able to pull them out for whenever we want a sweet treat for like a weekend. I freeze 4 of them together, and then if you want to unfreeze them or eat them, I recommend just popping them in the fridge overnight, and then the next morning I wrap mine up in a little bit of tin foil or baking paper, pop them in the oven just at a low temperature to warm up, and then because they're in that baking paper, the moisture will kind of moisten them back up and get them all soft and happy again. That's what I did. That's why I had 2 baking forms. I had one for let's eat now, and then one, these ones, for let's eat later. And because I didn't really think we needed to eat 12 chai rolls all in a week. It's a lot of chai rolls, but they are absolutely delicious. I think they actually turned out really, really good. These are a great kind of substitute if you're not a cinnamon fan, but you like chai. So the spices of the chai are pretty mild, but they're really warm and just kind of, they remind me of a chai latte in the middle of summer, and that's what I love during summer. I love an iced chai latte. So these are really, really nice and kind of perfect for a summer flavor. And I think they turned out really beautiful. They have a beautiful swirl, nice and fluffy. And we have our melted sugar and chai on the bottom. They're really nice, really good, and I think they're absolutely perfect for a replacement of a cinnamon roll. I loved the chai frosting on top. I think it was a great addition. It ended up not making it, chai isn't a sharp spice. It's not something that's kind of overwhelming. It's a very kind of like fun spice mixture, if you know what I'm talking about. And I think with the cream cheese frosting, it ends up having kind of like a cooling effect to this kind of crazy spice adventure. So that's my opinion. I think they're really good. I would make these again. I'd probably actually make these more than I make cinnamon rolls, which is kind of surprising, but I think I like the spice mixture of the chai more than I did of just cinnamon rolls. Cinnamon rolls, I've had so many of my life and I've only had just a few of these. Anywho, if you get the chance, I highly recommend making these. I would say they're not very difficult. It is a lot of kneading, so if you have like a bread machine, or not a bread machine, if you have like a Bosch or a KitchenAid or anything that mixes your dough for you, if you're not really a dough kneader, that might be really great. However, I think it's a great workout if you're gonna need some dough, or a great way to get some frustration out. So if I have a hard day at work, I think making rolls or bread is absolutely perfect, because I end up getting a lot of my frustrations out by kneading dough and working out, and yeah, that's my workout. I need dough when I need to work out. So knead dough for about 10 minutes. It takes a lot of effort, a lot of work, but it feels really good afterwards. And then you've made this beautiful, beautiful dough afterwards. I go ahead and sometimes pop mine in the oven with just the light on. So the oven is not on, but the light is on to kind of create a warm atmosphere for my dough to rise so the yeast stays happy. My apartment can sometimes get a little cold, so that's one way I kind of fix that issue, is just popping them in the oven with the light on. No heat. Make sure you don't have any heat on, just the light on if you're able to do that. If you don't, just pop it on the counter, cover it up. I love these things. I'll just go grab it. Okay, I'm back. I love these covers for my bowls and my bread because they have this like plasticky inside, so when I cover my dough, none of the moisture leaves. But these are great reusable. They're really cute. My brother got these for Christmas a couple years ago, and it's really perfect if you want to keep the moisture on your dough and you don't want to oil it, or if you don't want to put cling wrap or saran wrap over top of it. So a good replacement. Yeah, I hope you liked this video. It's a little bit more back to the baking world, but I really love baking, and I want to share a couple more recipes with you guys next in 2 weeks. We're gonna be going to a strawberry patch and picking our strawberries, and we're gonna do a strawberry themed video. So we're gonna make some cookies, I think. We're gonna pick some strawberries. We're gonna eat some strawberry goodies because it's strawberry season here in Germany, and it's strawberry time. So I hope you guys liked this video. I really enjoyed making it because I got to eat delicious goodies afterwards, and I got to promote my video. So if you do want to see that video, it was a really long video. I really loved making it though. If you want to check it out, go ahead and check it out up here, or you can go in the description. I'll list the video down there. You can skip through it, of course, but then you might miss the ultimate reveals of all the things that were happening, or I just recommend you going to read it, and then you can follow along on my reveals and see if you thought the same thing. See, we can connect. But again, sorry. Back to this video. If you guys like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. It helps me a ton. And if you want me to bake anything else, if you want any other bakes or recipes, go ahead and write it in the comments below. I would love to hear what treats you guys like, what treats and goodies you like eating, or maybe a book has inspired you to think of a baked good and maybe we can bake it together. If so, go ahead and write the book and the baked good down below. I love kind of meshing the two worlds together. It's always fun. And with all that said, I hope you have a fantastic day, a wonderful weekend, and I can't wait to see you guys next time with all of the strawberries I can hold. Let's see if I can hold a bunch of strawberries and not bruise them or drop them. So until next time, you guys, I hope you have a fantastic day. Ciao!